Hi, I'm Amanda from Finding Eco, and I have the pleasure today to be speaking with Danielle from EcoBird. Hi Danielle, how are you going?
And good, thank you.
That's good. Well, I'll just tell you something. When I came across your online store, I hadn't bought any new clothes for over a year, I think it was, and I just fell in love with this. I've got it on today actually, the lovely floral river skirt with it, so I had to buy it, and especially because I saw that you're a sustainable and ethical company, and I really love supporting that. So
I think that's what's so important about sustainable fashion is that you need to buy things that you fall in love with and that you know you're going to wear and you know it's going to be an important part of your wardrobe. So I think that's great to see that you've bought something that you love and you're going to wear it a lot.
yeah, and I don't have to feel guilty about it as well, so that's good. So Danielle, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. So I pretty much started with EcoBird as soon as I came out of college. I knew I was always going to do something to support the environment, and I also was really interested in the fashion industry and loved the mix of creativity and business. And I think just naturally the two together, I just ended up doing a lot of research on sustainable fashion, and I just ended up the more I researched it, the more interested I got in it, and the more I decided that I was going to do something for sustainable fashion and to promote it and to raise more awareness for what it is about. So I think as I was in college, it didn't take me long. I did a lot of work experience in the fashion industry, and I was surrounded by a lot of people working in the industry, and it didn't take me long to kind of realize that the fashion industry is kind of like in a world of its own a little bit. Like it's just kind of like this connection about where things are made and how they're made and where they come from, and that's kind of not, it's kind of in the background to it a lot. And it was just something that I felt was more important than making money. It's to make sure that when you make fashion, it needs to be something that supports the environment and supports the people who are making the clothing. I think that makes it beautiful, because I think the fashion industry can do so much positive in the world, and it can help a lot of people and a lot of communities, and it can raise a lot of awareness as well for environmental issues. So I ended up, to begin with, researching it for my own wardrobe, and I started to trawl online trying to find sustainable designers, and I was going through websites, spending hours just trying to find them, and I ended up getting really frustrated because I couldn't find what I was looking for. It was just taking too long. So I kind of thought to myself, I'm someone who's very passionate about this and very determined about this, but it was taking so long for me to find it, and I just thought, how can I expect other people who are just getting onto the idea of sustainable fashion to spend this much time looking for it? There kind of needs to be like a directory almost. So I think for my major assignment for college, I came up with EcoBird, and that was pretty much my solution to my problem that I was having. So I wanted it to be a place where people who are interested in sustainable fashion can find it easily and can find what they're looking for. I wanted to provide like a variety of kind of more fashion forward styles as well, like things that are a little bit more fun. And I think there's this whole idea that sustainable fashion can be a little bit boring or
Really hippie and
it's not like that at all. There are so many amazing designers and labels out there that are creating fashion that is incredible. So I knew that they were hiding out there. So EcoBird to me was just my solution to getting it out there, mostly towards a more fashion-forward market and a younger market as well, to try to encourage them. So yeah, I pretty much started EcoBird straight away, like as soon as I came out of college.
that's great.
Yeah.
I know it's made my life easier to be able to go online, and it's really easy to navigate around your website and find beautiful things. So
Yeah.
it's great, you've helped me out.
I think we're just making sure that the information's there for people, and it's something that they can, something that doesn't take too much time as well to research and to learn about why it's important to be sustainable and ethical. I also try to use my blog as well, just to like post the news, the latest news and updates that happen around the world to do with ethical fashion and sustainable fashion as well.
Can I ask you about the name? Why Eco Bird?
I knew I wanted it to be eco because I wanted it to be very clear that we were sustainable and ethical. So I know with sustainable fashion, eco fashion is a term that's used a lot. And with your website as well, finding eco, it's a word, like eco is just a word that's very closely, straight away you know what it's talking about. So that was something that I wanted it to be. I wanted my website to be something that was easily accessible and findable. Because even when I was researching things, I would find some designers and labels and I get the idea that they were sustainable, and the more I read about them, the more I realized that they weren't. Or I would find ones and like later I would find out that they were sustainable and ethical, and I had no idea that they were. So I just wanted it to be something that was very clear.
Yes. Oh, I love the name.